Hello! Oh shit! Derek, thank you for the raid! Welcome to the stream, Raiders. Hope you're having a nice night. Thank you for coming by. My name is Porcelain Maid. I used to be a sexy sack of man meat before I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of a sexier female doll. He and pronouns, but if you're still confused about pronouns in the 21st century, you can think of me as a bisexual wet dream. Sexy male voice trapped inside of a sexier female doll. I would give you a curtsy out of courtesy, but I'm in a predicament right now. I can say that if you follow the stream, you gain 3 inches to your dick size, though. I would show you, and it's like from here to here. I'm in a little bit of a predicament. So I was playing around with the laws of physics, and I found out that, you know, reality doesn't like when you do that. And, well, I may be stuck in the wall. And by wall, I mean ceiling. I literally cannot get out. I've tried a lot of things. Praying. Alright, well, I stopped at praying, but still, I feel like that should have been enough. Everyone else does it when something happens, so I thought, you know, if they do it, maybe it works. I don't know if I did it wrong. I hear you're supposed to be on your knees when you pray, but it's kind of a rock and a hard place right now. Not really able to do that. Am I supposed to have other people do it for me? How does this work? Maybe, hold on. Chat, hear me out. Somebody asked me to do a curtsy. Maybe this will work. Or you know what? If all of you jump at the same time, maybe you guys will create enough shock on the ground to get me out of the ceiling. Come on, come on. Everyone get ready. I need all of you to jump at the same time. If you can all jump at the same time, maybe I'll be able to get out of the ceiling. All right, are you guys ready? Count with me. 1. 2. On the count of 3. And 3. Oh my God. Oh. I don't know what I was so scared for. A porcelain doll always lands on his feet. Oh, that was a close one. Thank God you guys all jumped. It would have been really bad if I landed on my head. I will say though, I think my lower body is completely just fucked up. I may have landed on my feet, but I think I may have broken like 2 of my limbs, and those limbs are my legs. I don't know how well those are gonna work for the rest of the day. Anyways, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're having a nice night and happy Friday. Chat, we're starting up the stream with the 2D model and with Scuff and Stuff podcast featuring Monarch and Sayu. We're going to be hanging out with them for around an hour, and then we're going to switch over to the 3D model with hand tracking. And we're going to be finishing off Sonic Unleashed. That's right. I'm going to be hedging my hog, and you're going to be sitting there watching in your little chair. That sounds a lot worse. Anyways, we're hanging out with Sayu and Monarch, and then we're playing Sonic Unleashed afterwards. Hope you're having a nice night. Thank you for coming by. Happy Friday, chat. This is one of the last early streams because tomorrow I'm streaming at like 9 p.m. So hopefully enjoy this one. Happy to have you here. You may have also noticed that I started a little bit early. That way I could get ahead of time and talk to you guys before we get into the actual collab. Because I do not know what they do here at this collab. I'm pretty sure it's so we have like a conversation topic today, and I have to think of they asked me ahead of time. They were like, I don't know if they talked about the conversation topic, but they asked me like, hey, think about this before the stream. So we'll see how this goes. This is my first time doing a collab before the start of our main stream. I don't know if you guys noticed the thumbnail. I literally just added Monarch and Sayu into the thumbnail and then just put in bright, bold letters, plus podcast. Sonic Unleashed, plus podcast. But, you know, it's a good thing. We need a little fucking get me up to start the stream up with before a fucking podcast anyways. Think of this as a Chaos collab, except it's -1 person because Liz isn't here. Hi, Box. Welcome on in. Their podcasts are pretty nice and informative. You know, I've actually never seen one of them. I don't know how they talk during podcasts. I mean, I've had a podcast, so to speak, aka Porcelain Parlor, with both of them separately, never at the same time. I don't think I've ever gotten to actually sit down and talk to both of them outside of a stream. Technically, Monarch, because we went to dinner that one time, but like, not Sayu, because he always misses me at conventions. So this will be nice to wind down a little bit and talk to them before we get into the shit show that is Sonic Unleashed. Hey, we'll see how this goes. You know, we'll see how this goes. There's a thumbnail. Yeah, I posted on Discord and Twitter. How do you guys normally find my streams? You just wait for the Twitch notification? You guys are fucking Neanderthals. You're savages. Guys, we have social media for a reason. I have Twitter and Discord. You guys are savages if you only look. Do you just normally show up via the schedule? You check your emails. You sicken me. You sicken me. We have these things. Not here in Brazil. We don't have Twitter anymore. You guys don't need Twitter. What the fuck did Twitter bring for you anyways? You guys don't need Twitter. Net positive. Anyways, Taichu, thank you for the sub. Squish, thank you for the biddies. Pika, thank you for the sub. Retro, thank you for the sub. Frido, thank you for the sub. Squish, thank you for the biddies again. And welcome on into the stream, everyone. Hope you're having a nice Friday. I'm really excited, chat. I'm actually ordering chili dogs today, too. Here's the thing. Let's get into the mansion for a little bit before we get into the, the Scuff and Stuff podcast. Follow me. So here's the thing, chat. My lovely little creatures of the night crawling around looking for chicken nuggets. Gather around, gather around. I have learned Brazilian Miku. Okay, well I'll give you that for Twitter. I have learned that I actually eat less when I order out. I don't know why, but I've learned that this is a true fact for my stupid small porcelain brain. I eat less when I order out.
Hi Joel. I love watching your VODs.
That's a lie you're telling yourself. I know.
I've seen live.
I'm glad you watch my VODs. I just checked. My editor did upload VODs. I don't know if they edited them, but we should hopefully get a new VOD out soon. They've been going through shit. I've been double checking. The last VOD uploaded was unfortunately 7 days ago. We normally upload a VOD every 2 days, but they're going through some things. But they do have the VODs uploaded at least. So you guys should be getting a VOD soon. If not, I'll do it myself. You just won't get chapters. I'm sorry, VOD watchers. If you really, to get the VOD out faster, I will get the VOD out, but you just probably won't get any chapters from me because I'm not going to chapter my own video. I'm just going to give you guys the straight up VOD and then the description and the thumbnail. And that's it. You're not getting any special treatment. But the food specifically, right? The food specifically. Hi, VOD watchers. We got so many VOD watchers now. I'm so happy. I feel like Ray when he started out with Twitch streaming. I feel like when I cook right as I'm hungry. And because I'm cooking while hungry, I'll eat snacks while cooking. But if I order food, the food gets here while I'm hungry. And then I don't eat snacks while I'm cooking. I think that's the issue. I just cook really late. I cook as soon as I get hungry and not before I get hungry because it annoys me. I don't know, man. It feels better. It feels better to do. I'm not trying to cook late. It's a nice feeling. Anyways, we're ordering chili dogs today. We're all getting chili dogs. Chat, drop anything that you have. I don't care about your plans. You're getting a chili dog today for Sonic. If you don't get a chili dog for today, then I will assume that you hate me, and then I'll just graduate, and I'll end my stream. Grace, thank you for the 15 months. Big love. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. You should treat yourself while you cook. I don't know if you should do that. You know what I did buy? I bought some vegetables last night to kind of fucking facilitate hunger. So I bought a bunch of zucchini and cucumbers. So when I do get hungry and I'm cooking, I'll just eat that instead because that's just fucking water. That's crunchy water. That's a good distraction while eating. I've got tacos. Put a wiener in it. Put a wiener in the taco and I'll consider that a chili dog. That's the only way for me to forgive you. Put a wiener in the taco, and we can say it's like a Mexican chili dog, and then I'll let you pass. I'll let you pass. What kind of wiener? What kind of wiener do you think? What the fuck? A hot dog? What do I need to say at New York for you? I can't afford a chili dog. Well, I'm not asking you to buy a dog that's cold. I'm asking you to buy a fucking, like a food product. Celery's more like crunchy water. It's all crunchy water. It's not like zucchini as a flavor. Nobody's eating zucchini for flavor. A wiener and a taco. Joel, stop being lewd. You guys are sick. Hi, Saranya. They have chicken in them. What, in hot dogs? Whatever. I can't deal with you guys. Hey, let's get started with the Scuff and Stuff podcast chat, and then we can get into Sonic Unleashed afterwards. As always, during podcasts and or collabs, I may not read everything, but I will do my best to read everything you guys say while also paying attention to the collab mates. I love you guys. Let's get into it. This is going to be for the next hour, and then we're going to get into Sonic Unleashed. I'll make a double ping on the Discord server. Here we go. Love you, chat. Hi.
Hello.
Dude, I'm here before your fucking your collab partner. What's this? Your own podcast partner.
You guys are so late.
I'm here. Also, what is this Fugi? Are you getting into Pico Park? What am I looking at?
Yesterday. Sorry, I'll change it.
You're starting to like Pico Park, I think. You're turning around on it.
Pico Park.
Dude, you went from hatred to immediately liking it. What happened? You just didn't play with us, and then suddenly you like it.
I think we're without saying that. I think we're the problem. Yeah, I think our dynamic just heightens the chaos.
I want to say I never had an issue. I was just yelling because I think it's funny to yell.
Which I think is the problem.
I'm like an enhancer, dude. If Sayu gets mad, I'll start yelling at you too.
Yeah,
wait, what?
Definitely an enhancer to the chaos.
What?
My Fugi was a Pico Park Fugi from yesterday's collab, so I had to change it. And Joel was asking if I'm liking Pico Park, and I said yeah, because you guys are there.
That's the problem.
Sorry, I was going through a rabbit hole. Chat. Also, this video is from a month ago. Anyway, we'll look into that later.
I love rabbit holes.
Allegedly, the Patrick Star Show game, or the Patrick Star game, uses AI voices. Allegedly.
Dude, man, I'm so sick of this shit. I was gonna play TCG Simulator the other day, and then somebody told me it is AI art.
I also heard this.
I'm so mad. Because it looks so fun, and so many people are playing it.
What's TCG?
Yeah. It's so you know grocery. Yeah, you know the grocery shop simulator. It's that.
Play that.
Yeah.
It uses AI art. Fuck.
Yeah.
I know. It's so it sucks. And then I looked at the reviews. It's overwhelmingly positive, and the only negative reviews are the AI art reviews. Because it's like just hire somebody, man. You got money, make a patch.
Okay,
yeah,
so apparently the narrator heard in multiple trailers, so it's not in the game.
But it's the trailer.
Yeah, it's apparently the text-to-speech AI synthesized voice called Jesse, which was created by 11 Labs. Yo, fuck 11 Labs!
This is for the Patrick one, not the TCG one, right?
Yes, this is for the Patrick game, but it's not in the game. It was for the trailers.
Yeah, dude, the AI is scary. And even if it's like a false accusation, it like hurts games sometimes. Because I know Zookosis doesn't use AI. They just have like mediocre voice actors. And people started like calling it AI, and it's like, no, it's not. They just are new voice actors. They're not as experienced.
Yeah, it's funny because like I was like there's a difference between AI and voice matching, and that's because people weren't telling me. People weren't telling me because someone was saying like Mrs. Puff was being used as like that was AI, and I was like, I need the Carfax. You can't just say that,
dude. That's so apocalyptic. Like, imagine somebody saying you got AI'd. That sounds so fucked.
There was one time
a review on your voice acting, and it's like, bro sounds AI.
That would be so offensive.
Honestly,
so offensive.
It happens to artists too.
There was one point that someone was like, dude, I think you got AI'd in like a trailer, and I was like, and I looked it up. And it wasn't that I got AI'd. It was that it was bad editing. Like they spliced the line to make it fit in the trailer, so it sounded bad. And I was like, oh.
Dude, what
That's
happened to
not
old school
AI though, it's
remixes
just
where you cut people's
editing.
voice up for a song? Now people are just gonna say it's AI. You know what? I'm sick of these AI songs. Why don't you just go back to like our roots and remix people's voices instead?
True. Are we doing the
I hope
hosting
so.
thing?
I brought out my
Yes,
2D model
please.
for a 3D model day instead.
I have 2 empty chairs next to me. I look very alone in my office.
I have 2 empty one empty chair
Ooh,
and a stool
you need
with a
2 empty
microphone.
chairs, dude. 1 empty chair radiates
No, you
cock
got a
energy.
stool.
You got to be better than that.
You got a stool.
It's Joel. It's okay. Joel can sit on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
are you
crisscross
hosting it?
applesauce.
Are you hosting it? Do you want me to host
Can you
it?
host it?
Oh boy, here we go.
I thought you were gonna ask me to host it. Like I'm the guest. What the fuck?
No, somebody else that's not me is all I ask. Oh God.
That leaves only Sayu. Would you like Trip?
Hold on. I think she might have.
Did she trip over her?
No, I got it. I fixed it.
Okay, Jesus Christ, that was such a desperate like gasp for air. Oh my God.
There's a thing that happens on the vertical monitor, which is where I keep Discord and chat and my VTuber VTube window, where it will like put those instead of like how I have the windows set up, it'll put them into like a grid, and it fucks up the orientation of my VTuber on stream when it happens. I don't know how. I don't know what triggers it, but yeah.
Wait, Joel, what's your Steam?
What do you mean? You have me on Steam,
right?
do you not? You?
I know. Yeah, I just can't find you on VTube.
Oh, am I not online?
I guess not.
No, I am online. I'm just porcelain made. You don't need to invite me. Are you putting my name in? They're using the filter to type in porcelain made?
On Steam Friends? Like
No, on the
VTube?
VTube Studio thing, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just on the
Do you see
filter.
me, Sayu?
Yeah, just
There you
type
go.
in my name.
There you go. Well, I have to host it first.
I'm shaking them. I still am mad that this says a password. Who's gonna like hack into a VTube Studio collab?
Yeah, like I know.
What's the
Hey,
point
don't
of
blame
it?
me.
Yeah.
It's just silly. What am I gonna do? Just break into other people's VTube Studio collabs with my model? That's so dumb.
Like the knock feature, but just in VTube Studio with no audio.
Oh no.
Just
God.
I appear. Me and my giant tail makes your entire stream
It's
lag.
like
to
photo
move.
bombing.
So I'm using the Chibi model. So I had to rearrange my entire studio.
Joel, you're fucking huge.
You can recenter me.
You're
I can make
huge.
myself smaller.
Yeah, no, I got it.
No, I just shrunk you. You're covering up the logo, but that's beside the point.
Okay. All right, let's see how you guys fare on my screen. I'm
You
just
are
now getting assets for
Definitely
this
on
kind
the
of thing.
floor.
Oh my god, oh god, everything's freezing.
Sayu, you look so silly being a chibi next to me.
I know. But don't I look adorable?
I mean, I could go smaller. I
Oh my
have
God,
the
a little
ability to
Phoebe,
be a
what do I
little
do?
guy.
No.
Well, you ruined it.
What?
I had you all set up.
I can just switch back. It's not a big deal. Oh God, there's
No,
a fish
Joel,
woman
come
now.
back.
Oh God, Monarch with her 200 megabytes of a fucking model.
Hello, it's
Dude,
me.
why are you 1 gigabyte? Like what your
I have
tail
a
is
lot of
lagging my stream.
detail.
Your model's fat.
You can't say that. You
Yes, I
can't say
can.
that.
I'll
You're
say
not,
it and I'll
your
say it
model's
again.
not fat. It's just got
Your
a,
model's fat as hell.
it's
I'm
not
premium grade fish.
it's it's fluffy.
Your model's fat.
You gotta be nice. You can't say that.
This is our podcast. I think I can
you got
say
a
that.
big head.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you have a
Big
big
noggin.
fucking head, dude.
That's why they call me Big Head. And yet your forehead is still fucking bigger.
Literally,
That's
someone
how she
came
shows off
to-
her jewelry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No. That's the jewelry was DLC because let's be honest, it wasn't always there.
Oh my god, get away from me.
No, it's attached to my head. It actually grows out of my forehead.
Yeah, I got big head mode unlocked, so.
Yeah, you really do. You gotta be like a chibi where you can like
Is there
make
a reason you're using the chibi?
Yeah, I just like it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I don't fit in the chair, but it's fine.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with there's like no logical reason to that. It's just I like it.
I like it.
I would try to. There's I can't fucking say anything to that.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Look at this little fucking thing.
Look at us back at it again.
I'm
Dude,
back
this
at
is
it again.
bringing back my trauma from having you guys read my fan fiction.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah,
of,
forgot
I
about
actually
that.
have it pulled up for this specific episode.
No, why?
I don't actually. I'm totally fucking with you.
Chat, when Sayu made this, he was like, we need a group chat, and then he used the old fan fiction group chat, because if you don't know, I used to write novels when I was 16, and I had both of these two read it on stream as
Good
my
times.
first meeting with them.
Good times.
Oh man.
That's where the Candy Mountain shit came from, by the way.
It sure did.
Damn. Chat
Which,
even was
by
like,
the
"Are
way-
you guys gonna do the bit?"
No.
Which, by the way, that is the icon for this group chat.
It is actually. That's hysterical.
it's
That art that I
awful.
had done.
And it's horrid. The worst
I
thing.
love it. I think it really just captures our friendship.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
We annoy the ever living crap out of you.
And
And
then
you just roll your eyes, but you still love us.
it's never
Somehow.
out the annoyance is never out of hatred. But sometimes when I yell at you guys, I want you to know
Yeah.
We're listening.
never mind.
No, finish your food.
It's mostly exaggerated, but at the heart of the exaggeration, there's a little kernel. There's a little kernel of just me strangling both of you out of
Sanders?
anger. And that's not what I. Okay.
Joel, you sway so much. Your model.
I'm
sway.
standing.
Yeah.
It's because I'm standing up. I like to move around a lot when I stream.
Wow. Man,
That's it.
what's next?
I got
a 3D
energy.
model?
Yeah, well, I
Stay
actually
still,
am switching to my
fucker,
3D model
stay
after this.
Yeah, we know.
You can't move me. I have power here.
I'm gonna like hold you. Stay still. We're gonna
No!
like straight jacket you to the
No!
chair.
Leave
And
me
no, keep
alone.
moving. Then
Throw
you
you
show off the
down.
logo. No, if you keep moving, you'll show off the
Well,
stuff
that's
and stuff
true.
logo.
Yeah.
What, like a fan going at Mach speed? Here.
Yeah.
You're like a bowling pin. You're like, will I knock
Oh,
over?
dude,
Will I? Will it be a
Don't
strike?
say that. My silhouette on my model is actually kind of bowling pinish.
Oh.
if
I've noticed.
It's
with,
got that
with long
bowling pin
hair.
physique.
If I do this, it's fine. But without it, I look like an actual bowling pin.
Are you ready for the debut?
Oh god.
It's gonna be a
Reveal.
strike.
The VTubers that do like the silhouette for their debut post, they're like, if you guys get 10 likes, I'll reveal myself. And then the reveal is just a bowling pin.
Yeah, it's you. And for your debut, you're holding a bowling competition on Switch Sports.
Damn.
I would love that.
Art of us three going bowling.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty
Do
crazy.
you guys like bowling? Is bowling a fun activity for you?
I do
I-
like bowling. It's very nostalgic.
I like bowling, and then I did bowling
Sayu
again for
is
the
like-
first
Thank you for the
time.
raid, Andy, by the way.
What?
Big love.
You were yapping. Your mouth is moving, but you weren't talking.
Oh,
Sayu's
Really?
in front of my GamerSubs logo too, so it always covers his mouth. I actually couldn't see.
Did you say
No!
something after I said I like bowling? Did you say something?
yeah. I was
Oh.
going into a story.
No, you. I saw you yapping, but there was no sound coming out of that.
What
that
I
mouth.
was saying was, I do like bowling.
Can you guys
but
not fight when I'm
recent-
in between both of you?
No.
It makes me feel
Anyway.
awkward.
So, like I was saying, I like bowling, but recently I went bowling with Hayden, and it turns out I fucking suck.
Well, that doesn't mean you
Yeah.
should hate it, you know?
Well, I don't
Yeah.
hate it. I don't hate it. I'm just bad.
I just hate
a
losing.
lot worse than I used to be. And yes, I
That's
do
fair.
hate losing.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't have enough competitive
Depends
spirit.
on like the weight of the ball and stuff, and like.
Do you not go for the heaviest ball? I immediately go for the
No.
chunkiest bowling ball whenever I play bowling.
Oh,
I go in the middle.
Yeah, I go in the middle. Like I go with one that like has some weight but isn't like too
I want
light.
to work out, dude. I want to work out if
Oh.
I'm bowling. I'm
just wanna
doing
be
like
able
the
to, like-
most greasy sport for old men. I'm gonna at least get a workout while doing it.
I mean,
What are you trying?
I guess that does it work for you?
Yeah, well,
men?
what I do is I don't throw the I don't actually bowl the ball. I kind of just really slowly roll it towards the middle, like an asshole. So my turn takes
You
like
use the
5
little
minutes, but it
dragon
works.
thing, don't you?
What's the
Oh my God.
dragon thing?
No, Joel does like the grandpa
I do, I
bowling
do.
technique where he like throws it between his legs.
No, I don't throw it between my legs. What I do is okay, maybe I do, but like I
Hey,
take
if
the
it
ball
works,
and I
it works.
slowly roll it towards the middle, and I get strikes, man. It works.
You just hunch down and go.
Yes, yeah.
"Ho!"
Oh, I don't need more people thinking that I'm old. Like I already talked about how I eat bran flakes for breakfast for my cereal of choice.
You what?
I like fiber. I want fiber in my diet.
Joel's fucking cosplaying. God, what is that Greek guy with the rock? His name is not Syphilis, but I joke that his name is Syphilis. Sisyphus, that's it.
Oh man, Sisyphus.
He's pushing a
Joel
rock
is
up because his
Sisyphus.
unending torment is that he'll never actually gets to complete anything. He's constantly being edged. His torment is edging.
You should really play that one game.
No.
That is literally pushing the boulder.
Dude,
up.
those
No,
games
I
are
know what
okay.
you're
That
talking
gets
about.
into the topic of this podcast, by the way.
It does. We can talk about that once we begin.
Well, do you want to
I
start
have
us off?
Syphilis here listed.
Syphilis?
I call him Syphilis because my
Stop
dyslexia.
calling him after a fucking deadly disease.
There was a time where I was reading this and I read it. I'm dyslexic, so I read it off as Sisyphus. And I
Imagine
go,
a
"What?" Or
dyslexic
syphilis.
doctor saying that you have syphilis.
That's why I'm
You
not in
have
healthcare.
It's okay. Americans don't in the first place.
Better than half the doctors I've had to go see, so
Then would you like to start us off?
let's do it.
All right, go ahead.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 6, episode 1
Incorrect. There you
of
go.
Scuff and Stuff featuring Porcelain Maid.
Hooray!
I'm Monarch, one of your hosts and holder of one brain cell.
I'm Sayu, and I'm the holder of that same brain cell sometimes because this is a game of Pong, and one day we'll collab and play that game.
And today we're the three fates sharing one single brain cell.
I definitely feel like Joel is probably the smart one that yells at us and gets smacked while
I
we
don't think
try
I'm
to cut.
smart. I just have more. I just have more
This is our
anger in my
dad.
heart for you guys. So it makes
Yeah,
me
that's what I
sound
said.
smarter just by yelling at you.
The Three Stooges.
I'm Mo. That's what it is. Mo's not smart,
the-
but he always looks like the smart one in front of the other two.
Yup.
The three blind mice or something over here.
Oh God.
God, that's even worse because they're blind.
Yeah.
The other
It's
ones
funny,
were just
anytime
stupid.
now. Anytime now I
guys?
think of the three blind mice, I always go to Shrek.
That sucks. It
Aw,
seems
that's a good
kind of
one.
awful, actually. Imagine like making a story and then your story gets a cameo and it's only known for the cameo.
Well, I mean, isn't that just Disney?
Man,
That's fair.
Like,
I don't like
literally,
Disney
like,
though.
yeah. Well, no. By your logic, isn't that the case?
Yeah, I mean that I do. That it is the case because I also don't like
Yeah.
Disney for that reason.
Well, the Grimm's fairy tales. Yeah.
I'll be honest though, I've read Grimm fairy tales. A lot of them aren't that good.
Yeah.
Anyway, today's episode, the theme is games that make you rage quit or games that frustrate you. I kind of like games that make you rage quit.
Did you pick
mean-
this theme specifically for me because of the rage in it,
Yes.
Yes.
or was this like pre?
Not even kidding.
No, it was specific.
No,
okay.
it was.
We chose the theme, and then we went, we should have guests. And I
Joel.
went, who should we have? And we went,
Joel.
Joel. Immediately,
Joel.
we both went, Joel. Like, who fits this theme?
It's
There was
so
another
funny.
theme. There was another theme we talked about, but I was like, I don't know if that should be our first guest theme.
Yeah. We thought this one suited you
this
best. so
fits
we
because a
stuck you
lot of
here.
people see me as an angry person, which is I'm not an angry person. It's really funny, but I like the perception that I'm like this angry dude because it's kind of funny. It's kind of very funny that so many people think that I'm like the hyper aggressive intimidation factor.
You're just always at an 11.
I think
That is
so.
true.
I think it's the energy that I have that people
Yeah.
think that it comes off as aggressive, but most of it's
not a
aggressive
bad thing.
positivity. Like I'll use that same anger that I get frustrated at you guys with in video games to like throw love at people at the same time.
Yeah, you're like a soccer dad.
I don't think you've ever.
A soccer dad?
I don't
Johnny,
think.
get that ball! Run faster, Johnny! Johnny! Nothing in for you, Johnny! Go,
That
go!
seems more toxic than you
Soccer
think.
games-
Yeah.
How many soccer games have you been to?
They're a
Go
lot
ahead.
worse than you think, Monarch.
Go ahead. No, Joel.
I've seen
Let her
quite my
speak.
fair of competitive parents, and it cracks me up all the time.
Yeah, for soccer.
Not for soccer, it's all sports.
Yeah.
Would you
Is that what
rather
you
I say that
visualize
Joel
me
reminds
as?
me of a horse dad?
What is a
A
horse
competitive
dad?
a horse parent? Competitive horse parent? I used to do competitive riding. I've seen some really intense parents.
Monarch, in the
Really
nicest way,
intense
that is like
parents.
the whitest woman thing I've ever heard you say. I used to do competitive
It is
horse
what it
riding?
is.
Girl,
I
what?
know, it is what it is.
That is the most white thing
You
I've ever
took
heard
the
you say.
words out of my mouth.
Me and Sayu over here sitting in one corner of the area just staring at you talk about competitive horse riding.
First of all, if you're at a soccer game and someone just yells out, "You get him, Johnny," I don't think.
Go get him, Johnny. Run, Johnny.
yeah.
No supper for you, Johnny.
I think you
Yeah.
think of me as a soccer dad because when I yell at you, it's yelling not out of anger, it's yelling out of I want you to be better. And I think you
Yeah.
think of, your competitive horse dad.
It's the I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed yelling.
Joel yelling is like SpongeBob yelling at Gary.
Oh, we are blowing it, Gary!
Yeah,
You're
there's love behind
blowing
it.
Gary, you're gonna eat it and you're gonna like it.
Oh, it's so true. There's love behind it. There's just a lot of power.
Well, that episode specifically, that SpongeBob was 100% just using Gary for his own gain.
Oh, 1000%.
Not to fucking psychoanalyze, SpongeBob the episode.
I know that we have a theme for today and it's video games, but I saw this last night on TikTok. Is SpongeBob not funny unless you watched it in the past? Like you don't think?
No, it's still funny. I think people today
think
still
so
like
too.
it.
I think so too. But like, if folks were like, "Yeah, if you haven't seen SpongeBob, some of those jokes aren't funny," and I was like,
Oh, that's weird.
No,
"Well, no
I
shit. You
think
need to see it."
yeah,
like-
you have to obviously watch the show to
like
find it
visual
funny.
comedy.
Yeah, you have to
right?
know the lore.
Yeah, but I still think it holds up. Like,
It
because the
does.
way they were making it sound, they were like, "Those aren't actually funny.
I think-
They're only funny now because of nostalgia." And I was like,
That's
"Oh."
not true.
I
That's
think
not
that's
true.
I
wrong.
think they might be comparing classic SpongeBob to like new age SpongeBob.
Which, honestly, classic SpongeBob is way funnier.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. But it was just something I saw, and I was like, I wonder what other cartoons are like that. Because I was like, was Regular Show really that funny? And I've been rewatching it
stupid
with
fucks.
with
Fuck
Hayden,
you, chat.
and it's hilarious.
have to have
I
an
want to rewatch
episode.
those old things. I really do. A lot of old
Yeah.
TV shows I really want to rewatch, like Courage and SpongeBob.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I know. Let me get my trauma again, but as an
Were
adult,
there
it's
any
fine.
video games? Were there any SpongeBob or Courage video games? to tie
SpongeBob video
back
game
our-
was one of the most popular GameCube games.
Oh,
it
Battle for
was a
Bikini Bottom?
phenomenon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know that SpongeBob does. I want to say Courage had a game.
Probably like
once
a
upon
Game
time.
Boy
We've
game.
all had games.
Yeah.
I just don't remember any of them, so they're not on my rage.
SpongeBob has some great ones. Yeah.
SpongeBob had a lot. There was one thing that always made me mad in a SpongeBob game,
What?
if we want to get on topic, was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
SpongeBob can't swim. And he lives underwater. So when
Oh,
you're
so
playing the
true.
game
Well,
and you
that's
hit
the
the water,
deeper
he
end.
dies. Like, I know the joke, but oh my God, SpongeBob, learn.
Oh,
What do you mean?
He's just a sponge.
He's getting
It's
into the salt
deeper in.
pools.
It's deeper into the water pressure.
That's the brine water, yeah.
He's a sponge. All he has is sponge brain cells.
Have you guys ever, like, has a game ever frustrated you to the point where you just, like, either throw your remote, break the disc when physical media existed because the game industry doesn't want it to exist? Like, have you just, like, uninstalled it or anything, or?
I've never
Like, what's the
gotten
worst
mad
thing you've
at the
done?
difficulty of a game, but I've gotten mad at a game being just bad a couple of different
Like?
times. Well, I
Like?
remember the only time I've ever refunded a game was, do you guys know the people that made Until Dawn and those games?
Yeah.
Yes.
They made, what was it? It was called Little Hope. And I hated it so much that I uninstalled it after an hour of playing and then refunded it.
The Dark Pictures one, right?
Yep, one of the it was that bad.
Oh shit.
Really?
I hated
was
it.
Was that the town one?
Yep, it was the town one.
Yeah,
it was very cheap.
I think that one is still better than their first, because Dark Pictures had that anthology, because it was the boat, the town. I
think the boat one was better.
The military. What?
The boat one had a better twist in it.
Really?
Even though if you could see it coming, I thought it was more interesting.
I don't think so. I felt like the boat one was way worse than the town, but I get what you mean. They are very cheap. They wanted to be Until Dawn so desperately, and I think that they're. I never played or watched the last one they had, which was the like almost Saw.
Until
the
Dawn
werewolf
starts
one?
kind of Saw like.
Yeah, Until Dawn is, but no, there was the Dark Pictures, the last anthology game they had. It was the military one that ended up being some weird alien thing. And then after that, there was like a house of whatever the fuck, and it literally was Saw.
Oh, the Quarry? No, not Quarry.
No, the Quarry was the werewolf one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one with the London Tipton from Zack and Cody was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy from Detective Pikachu.
Those games riddle my anxiety.
They're not good. Yeah. I mean, they're okay for bad movie entertainment. None of them are well written, I would say.
They're all cheesy, and I think they know it very well. And the problem is with Until Dawn, I think they didn't ham it up. They didn't take themselves too seriously, and they didn't ham it up too much. So it was a good balance, right? Which is why that type of game became popular. But then the Dark Picture games, they were like, ooh, people like this. So then they overdid it on both ends.
You know what? I kind of like it if they overdo it and make it like bad to be bad, like for the sake of being bad. I think that would be pretty good.
If they if they know it's gonna be bad and they just make it funny that way.
Just because like a lot of what they write it's just not good. Like none of the character actions make any sense ever. So it's one of those games where you're the horror movies that you watch where you're like, what are you doing? But it's that constantly, and it's like your option, your choices.
They have to make it a purposeful choice. It can't just be bad for no reason. I've never gotten mad at a game for being bad, though. I usually only get mad at games because of user error, aka me error.
Skill issues.
Skill issue.
I have something like that too.
Yeah? What do you have?
Oh, well, okay. I really don't so I'm a big fan of Souls games, right? You guys know me.
God.
I love Souls games. I love everything FromSoft makes. The one FromSoft game I don't like is Sekiro, and I'm allowed to say that I don't like it because I got to the final boss of the game, and it was annoying because the skill issue with that game is that they don't give you options. You literally have 3 mechanics that you have to get good at, like kind of like how Jump King plays, where you get, there's one thing you need to get good at, and if you don't get good at that, then you kind of mess up. So I pushed through
that thing.
I was never perfect at it, so I pushed through all of Sekiro, got to the final boss, and I just kind of because I said it wrong.
Yeah,
I can't listen. I have a hard time with R's, but I stopped playing. So I got to the final boss, and after I think a couple hours of trying it, I just kind of stopped playing it because I had to take a step back and think, would I have fun if I was good at this game? No, because I'm at the final boss, so clearly I was good enough to get here. I think I'm just not having fun in general, and I don't want to stream this again, so I had to quit it. I had to uninstall it.
Sure.
I really don't like that game compared to all the other Souls games because
that's crazy. Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna go on a tangent about difficulty because I think Souls games aren't that. Well, okay. I don't think Souls games are as hard as people make them out to be because they have options for you, right? You may not know about those options and you might quit because you don't know those options, but in Sekiro, you don't have those options. Like in Dark Souls, I can level up, I can switch weapons, I can upgrade weapons to make my life a little bit easier, or switch to magic or whatever, and I can summon people to help. In Sekiro, you don't have that. It's literally get good or die.
So skill issue.
It is a skill issue. That's what it is.
See, I hate all Souls games. I cannot do it. The button mashing and like I'm just not a gamer. There's no today.
The button mashing is wrong. I feel like you shouldn't be button mashing in a Souls
button
game.
Mashing, but like like remembering combos and like
sure,
like
shit. Yes, the pattern.
Where it's like dodge, slash, dodge,
yeah,
dodge,
it's
slash.
a utility game. You have a utility of things to use. You're kind of like Batman with how you're using stuff.
Monarch.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Cuphead?
I
that one's also a skill issue game.
Most frustrating games to try to jog my memory when I was writing my list.
I love
and that was
that
up
game.
there.
Dude,
I know you love that game, but you're a gamer.
No. Here's the crazy part. I have never beaten a Souls game, and I can't because I get super frustrated, and it is 100% a skill issue. But for some reason, I can beat Cuphead in under 3 hours.
That's
you just
crazy.
click with different things.
Yeah, it's just wild. I will say though, the closest thing to a Souls game I've beaten is between, I don't really count Strangers of Paradise as one. It just feels more actiony. But Black Myth Wukong and that thing that you were describing about being able to level up and that thing, yeah, dude. That final boss, it was crazy. But highly recommend checking it out. I'm actually waiting because a lot of people are like, oh, you should do New Game Plus. And I'm like, I'm waiting for it to come out on Xbox.
I'm surprised you like that because that is just a Souls game. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
isn't it?
It is and it isn't. So it's a lot more forgiving than a Souls game, in my opinion, because you're able to level up. And then if you're like, ah, man, I didn't want to level that up, you can re-edit your entire thing.
You can do those in Souls games. Oh, well, yeah, they cost stuff. Yeah, you're right.
But in this one, it doesn't cost anything. And you can always keep grinding just like any other game. And if you die, you don't lose anything.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But the difficulty is crazy in some parts.
No, thank you.
So
I didn't even play when we were playing It Takes Two. I couldn't even do those battles. So for people that don't know, me and Sayu played It Takes Two, and it's a game where you're playing as two people. There's a ton of little battles and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't die unless both of you die. It was me dying every 4 seconds and somehow Sayu jumping around living, and I was just getting respawned and dying instantly.
Can I cut in for that?
Oh,
I want you to know
about your ass. I know your ass.
What
I can't wait to hear this story.
So I remember when It Takes Two came out, and I made a whole little bit where I asked a couple of friends to play with me, and all of them said no. So I played almost the entirety of the game by myself with two controllers.
Yeah. Oh, wait, how?
I thought that was so cool. I haven't seen it, but I'm like, whoa, what a challenge.
I have an old video on my channel before I had my 2D model. It was my 3D model. And I played almost. I think I got up to the space. I beat the little gorilla boss, the one that's in like the little space thing. I got up to that and then I stopped playing.
The astronaut guy.
Yeah, the astronaut guy.
You have to go back.
I should finish it. I think it would be funny.
You should start from the beginning. I should do a brand new playthrough.
Now that I have a 2D model, I think it would be funny to do It Takes One again. I called it It Takes One.
Were you playing with your toes?
No, I just used both hands.
Yeah.
What?
So I would if I needed to focus on one, I would put the other one in a spot, and then I would play as one person. But if I needed to do both, I would like kind of finagle it to use both characters at the same time with my hands.
That's so funny.
For those, dude. Some of those battles, especially
it was
like
a little frustrating, dude.
Yeah.
I could imagine the squirrel stuff being easy because it's like one person just has to pilot while
that was actually the hardest one for me.
What?
The piloting while fighting was actually really annoying.
Damn.
Yeah, because you have to put one down, but you can't like hit the walls. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will say,
I kept dying. I think did we switch? We had to switch at one point to do something because I couldn't do something. I can't.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was though.
I can't remember.
But those games are good. Like those games are a little frustrating when any game that you have to rely on another person can be frustrating because it's not a skill issue at that point. You're waiting for somebody else to get better.
I will say, because we're clearly going into Pico Park territory. Because let's be honest, that's like the one that the three of us like we're all frustrated. And again, I don't think is that. I just think the group of us, right? Like the three of us and Liz, I just think that game for us together was bad. I feel like if we did that with other people, I think it would be a little bit more manageable. But I was so frustrated at myself, I threw my controller and headphones to the ground and yelled at the floor. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I literally was so upset that I yelled at the floor, and I felt so bad I apologized. The only game I have ever been so frustrated at that it wasn't Pico Park in that semblance of a capacity is a horrible game known as Mighty Number 9. And
yes, this legendary game.
And in a similar vein, Joel, the final boss, I did beat it, but the final boss was so frustrating because the whole thing about game design is you want to make shit stand out. The final boss, so the whole point of Mighty Number 9 is it's basically another Mega Man game, and you have to absorb their energy, right? Like you do damage and then you dash to actually do damage. And when you absorb their data, they turn a different, like before you absorb their data, they turn into a different color to indicate, hey, now's the time. The final boss was purple. And the color it changed to absorb energy was purple. While the background was purple.
I love art design. I love art direction.
That was just awful design.
So you couldn't tell like when it was powering up.
Exactly. And when I beat it, I pulled out the disc.
Thank you for the raid, Manga Lion. Big love.
Split it in two.
I'm in a podcast.
I threw it in the toilet.
Hope you guys are having a good day.
You're like, we're done here.
You took the physical copy. It'd be funnier if you were playing digital and you went to buy the physical just to ruin it.
You're at GameStop
and I did tweet it out.
Break it in front of the guy.
I did tweet that out. I don't know if I can find it, but if I do, I'll put it in the Discord.
What year was this? Was it were you a VTuber?
Oh God, this was like 2016. This was almost a decade.
Dude, that's when I started streaming. That was 9 years ago.
2016 was a decade ago. Holy shit.
You're welcome.
I don't think I've ever gotten angry at a video game that badly, because I've always had a philosophy as a kid that like nothing is that bad. Like my life will go on. So whenever it comes to games, and especially after I became a streamer, the only time I'll actually get angry at a game is when it's not fun for my chat to enjoy. Even if it's just like rage baiting me, then whatever, I can still do it because it's entertaining. But I've never gotten like so angry at a game that I just was like physically angry.
No, I've definitely gotten physically angry at games.
I haven't gotten angry like in adulthood, but I remember as a child literally having temper tantrums because of a game. And I have written here. You guys will definitely know what this is, but it's from Pokemon Red or Blue, which is the Saint Surge's little mini
the puzzle
where you have to like
the
go
trash
into
bins?
The gym leader Surge.
Yeah, there's a section where before you get to him as the gym leader, you have to like match up 2 or 3
the little
trash
gym
cans.
Puzzle. Yes, they have gym puzzles in that game.
I remember clearly as a child waiting in the dentist office lobby, playing that on my little Pikachu Flip Game Boy Advance and screaming and
really
like
good,
stomping my feet and having an actual temper tantrum because I could not. I had like, and it was like low battery, so like because we were at the dentist office, so I couldn't charge it. So I was like losing my goddamn mind because I was like, if I don't get it in the next couple seconds, I'm gonna.
Dude, that's so specific. It's so funny because nobody really likes that puzzle, but there's a way that you can get the puzzle correct every time, I'm pretty sure, from speedrunners.
No, it was me as a kid just somehow always missing the last one and it restarting, and I just like collectively lost my mind a little bit more and more every time.
Wow.
That's so silly.
I think I actually didn't finish Pokemon Red, or I think it's one of the first ones.
What?
Dude, Gym Leader Surge, Lieutenant Surge fucked you up. He actually caused you to stop playing. That was your wall, and you could not overcome it.
I'm pretty sure. I know, and now every time I walk by a trash can, I go, through you.
Dude, the
Just
raccoons
kidding.
in there are gonna get really confused on why you hate them so
Oh,
badly.
you little trash can, come on.
Man, maybe I am a gamer because you guys sound bad.
Well, I just don't get angry at games anymore. I think I had anger issues as a kid, but it was never towards video games. It was always towards like a show, or I had a really bad anger issue with a kid where someone flipped my hat off that I wore, and I just like punched them. I straight up punched them afterwards. Obviously, after I got like to the age of like, I don't know, 15, I stopped acting like that. But for a while as a kid, I would just like immediately respond with like a punch to anything that I considered like an annoying slight.
Wow.
But in terms of video games and stuff, you know, I'm an adult now. I don't act like that at all. Not saying that you guys aren't for doing it. Everyone is different, but still. It's so funny though. We were talking about this, and you guys are talking about how you get actually physically angry at games sometimes, and I'm just sitting here like, I like video games.
I mean, I love video games.
Yeah,
but
me too. I just don't like I don't like puzzles, and I don't like
what?
I love puzzles.
Oh my god, I lose my mind, especially on stream. I'll go, "What is this?"
Oh,
like,
sure.
It's a puzzle. I'm like, not in this. Like, why randomly in this game? Just a random one.
Honestly,
puzzle.
the most recently I got frustrated was maybe like yesterday. I was playing Joy of Creation.
Okay.
Which is a Five Nights at Freddy's like fan made game, which is a really well done game. But I was watching it, like I was doing certain things, and I kept getting killed. I got punched in the face, like Foxy stabbed me with his hook, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And people are like, "Well, you should have been doing this," and I was like, "How am I supposed to know that?"
That's not the game. That's the chat making you extra angry.
Yeah, that is true. I get mega aggro at chat. Like, chat is like, good idiot. And I was like, how is that my fault? How is that legitimately my fault? The game didn't tell me this is a mechanic. And then literally after I die, the game has like the person watching you types in the computer, be careful with that. And I'm like, you're a bitch. Like, it's just insult to injury, you know what I mean?
Yeah. My chat's reminding me that I did have a meltdown at Liza P, but that wasn't because the game was hard or bad.
That's another Souls game, Monarch.
Yep. Well, it's a Souls game specifically, you know, catered towards me because it's about Pinocchio. But I got mad at the story of Liza P and the and like the dialogue and like the writing. It was a game. And so basically at the end of the game, towards the end of the game, there's a decision that you make that you can't go back on, but the decision will, like, it'll make you, you don't get any prior information about the decision. You literally walk up to an event that's happening, and then you have to choose immediately, yes, no. And if you choose wrong, you get a horrible ending for the game, and you will not be able to change it unless you restart the game.
Entirely?
Yep. So
that would make me rage quit.
That's
100%.
what made me really mad, but it wasn't the game itself. It's only when something related to story gets bad, because I'm trying to, you know, make the best thing happen.
What was that, Monarch? That would make you rage quit?
Yeah, having to restart a whole game would make me rage quit.
I do it a lot.
That make me punch my screen.
I had to do it recently too.
Hey, Monarch.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up in Mass Effect 3.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Does that happen in Mass Effect?
Actually, don't fuck up in Mass Effect 2.
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but just don't fuck it up.
Oh.
Yeah, don't spoil anything, because I plan on playing Mass Effect 1 as well.
Oh, it's a fantastic trilogy.
It's such a good trilogy.
It's one of those games that I missed out growing up because I was so focused on Halo and like Borderlands that I just never played Mass Effect or like Gears of War or anything.
Speaking.
Oh, is that one of your
Halo Infinite is dog shit. Fucking dog shit story.
It is.
My God. And
it's
the
also
amount
bad
of
game design for the story as well.
Dude, here's the thing, all right? Like, if the story had come out when the game dropped, I'd be like, man, that's okay. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. But they made people wait like a full year and a half later for the campaign.
And
after the
and for
game was out.
co-op and for Forge and for custom games.
Dude, it's such a like right now that game is literally breathing because of the community literally making the maps for the company.
And it wouldn't be that bad if they just dropped everything at once.
Yes, it wouldn't. Like if all of this dropped at the same time, that game I feel like would have lasted way like the lifespan, and way more people would be talking about it. But the story is so bad. Like it's and my cousin is a huge fan of Halo, and he was telling me everything. Dude, he told me the book that led to the events of the story of this game, and I was like, why wasn't that the game?
Well, if you play Halo Wars 2, it explains the factions that you're fighting against a lot more.
I know,
and they're way more interesting there.
But the thing is, even then, there's the story between Halo Wars 2 and Halo Infinite, and literally the book that connects the two is just so much better than the story we got.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very disappointing game. As a massive Halo fan who also reads all the books most of the time, it's such a massive tonal shift and just gameplay shift from normal Halo. Because the reason why I really like Halo and the Halo campaigns, and I like games that do similar things to Halo, is that they just make very nice curated linear levels that you go through that are really fun to do, and they have secrets in them like skulls and stuff. But this game is open world, so it's trying to copy off the big open world boom since, Breath of the Wild. But it doesn't work like that for Halo, because Halo is really meant to be linear. And because of that, the game, all the levels in Halo, which aren't really levels, they all look the same, and they all kind of play the same. So it's not that interesting.
Yeah. That's frustrating in its own right. Like it's because you love the series so much that it's just frustrating to watch it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot of different video games, right? That's a lot of games nowadays, honestly. There's Assassin's Creed that's devolved. There's Halo that's devolved. There's I think Dead Space devolved. A lot of games like that have devolved.
Dead Space. So funny thing, Dead Space 1 and 2 I think are great. Dead Space 3 becomes Gears of War.
Oh,
which I haven't played, so I actually don't know anything about.
Dead Space 3?
I haven't played Dead Space 2 or 3, and I haven't played Gears of War.
Dude,
yeah, me either. Actually,
dude,
I only played
Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2. It's really good.
I played some Dead Space 2 before I got the remaster.
Dead Space.
Well, the Dead Space remake is fantastic.
It is.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Too bad they won't make another one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
You did mention.
Well, no, go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say that Dead Space 2 I still think holds up, and the DLC Severed is great.
Yeah. I gotta play. Gotta be on my list.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a list for both of you guys. I send you guys games all the time, I think.
Crow Country is on. I'm literally playing it on Sunday.
Yay! Yippee! Monarch should play Crow Country too. It's a horror game that's kind of simple, so you won't actually get frustrated with it, and it's fun.
Wait. Is it the one where you're like a little guy running around? And
like an old PlayStation game?
Yeah.
Like an old PlayStation game. Yeah.
I thought you were describing Little
No,
Nightmares.
I understand what she says sometimes. I'm starting to understand Monarch speech. Like it's a different language. She'll say little guy, but she doesn't mean literally little guy. She means like, oh, it's like old.
Yeah, like just like it's like a guy just like creeping around doing his thing.
I'm surprised I was able to understand what she said. Little guy is no, she meant little guy is like little guy in an older game, because you have the perspective of that game is little. I know it's really confusing. I'm surprised that I understood what she meant.
Thank you.
The brain rot's affecting me.
You guys mentioned Breath of the Wild as like one of the like an open world game that a lot of games are like emulating. Did you guys ever have any trouble with the puzzles in that?
Did we bring up Breath of the Wild?
I did. I did for a second.
Yeah.
I was like,
world for a second.
None of the puzzles troubled me. I really like Breath of the Wild. I think Tears of the Kingdom is the one that I have the issues with, but I haven't beaten that game yet, so I can't talk about it.
That's fair.
I think a few puzzles in Breath of the Wild, but the thing is, and I think I've talked to Joel about this a little bit. I think I'm kind of open world out, at least for a bit.
I think most people are.
Yeah, it definitely depends. But when Tears of the Kingdom came out, I was excited, but not like, yeah, I'm gonna play the shit. I played it, and it's too much. Like, I feel like there has to be, for me at least, I feel like there has to be a limit as to how open an open world can be.
I actually felt like there was too little in that one.
What? In Tears of the Kingdom?
Well, I got frustrated with certain things in it.
Unlockable.
They literally gave you a 3D program as a video game.
I didn't like the I felt like I got like shafted by a lot of the armor choices, but that was my main issue with it. And then like I got kind of annoyed that the story was out of order, so like you would find that, I mean, you could do that in Breath of the Wild too, but that wasn't really story, that was extra. But the main story in Tears of the Kingdom you can find kind of all over. Again, I haven't beaten the game yet, so I don't know everything that happened.
I just couldn't get into it. I felt like there was too much freedom, like
too much to do, overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed 1000%.
That's me with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. But even then, even with Baldur's Gate, like as a crazy amount, it still feels contained.
It's still structured because it unlocks parts of the map with the axe, which I wish is what world stuff did. Or like it's a world in a sense, but you have to do A, B, C, D to unlock.
There was too much stuff for me. I even in the first act, there was just like, this is way too much for me to do. I am overwhelmed.
It's bigger than Act 1 and 2, so I'm glad you didn't get to Act 3.
Oh God, dude, it's a lot. I can't do this. I think I actually start to prefer more linear games, and maybe it's because I don't have as much free time as I used to, because you know, I stream. And
preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I know how you guys feel too. I understand your schedules as much. But like, I don't play games for fun as much anymore because I think about like how much I could stream from this game. And when I think about Baldur's Gate, it just feels super overwhelming to me because I prefer to do everything in one go when I'm playing a video game. And you can't do that with a game like Baldur's Gate. And it kind of gives me anxiety. Like I get full anxiety if I'm playing a game and I don't do everything in the game in one playthrough.
Me too. I was playing Baldur's Gate. I did stream a little bit of Baldur's Gate. I was doing Dark Urge like on stream, and I had like a collab. But I did have my own save, and I stopped playing it around Act 3 because I was getting so paranoid that I was missing certain aspects that I would panic, hit F5, and then if the option that I chose didn't turn out the way I wanted, I would panic. Because
you want it to be perfect
and reload it, and I wanted it to be perfect, and I wanted to like see all the options and be like, well, what if I chose that option? What would happen? And it just became such a long process of playing the game. I was like, this is not how the game is supposed to be played. But I'm so riddled with anxiety to like not kill everybody.
People's nightmare.
Yeah, truly.
How far are you in Mass Effect 2?
Dude, you're spoiling all the issues that she's gonna have with the next game, huh? Don't fuck up. How far are you into it?
I'm just prepping them.
I haven't gotten all of the team members yet.
Okay, then you're fine.
For now. Watch yourself.
No, chat is actually really good because I had a conversation with chat and I was like, I don't want to make choices that will affect me in several games from now.
So you asked them to backseat sometimes.
Exactly. I said, you're not allowed to backseat unless I'm about to do something that I will literally be like, I will blame them. I said, I will blame you if I make a choice.
Well, here's the thing about Mass Effect. Any choice you make does affect the game.
I do know that. Know that.
Every choice you made in the first one affects Mass Effect 2. And every choice you made in Mass Effect 2 and 1 affects stuff in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, there's been a few times where chat, like the knowers in chat have just panicked and just like started screaming. And I'm like, oh, I did something wrong. I've had a reload going, I don't know what I did, but we're going back.
No, don't be a fucking coward.
We're going back. We're going back.
You can't say that to us indecisive people, dude.
Yeah.
We have to make the perfect decision.
No. Do you know who the fuck I am? I'm so indecisive.
Dude, the little guy's yelling at me. What do I do?
I'm like half Paragon.
I'm indecisive.
Oh God.
Renegade. I'm also indecisive, but I just don't want certain characters to die. So there have been choices that I've been making that apparently have been.
Oh, dude, you would hate Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem has the OG mode where if you fuck up in a battle, they just die, and you miss out on a lot of stuff with them.
I know. Oh, I know.
You should play Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn.
I was losing my mind because like in Fire Emblem, especially Three Houses, the Pegasus characters are super susceptible to like arrows, and so I'd be like, oh, get back, Pookies! I'll protect you.
Get back,
Pookie. Get back, Wussies!
Actually,
and I would like throw away other characters just to protect the Pegasus riders. And I'd be like, what's going on here?
I think I also haven't finished those games yet.
Fire Emblem?
I think Three Houses and Awakening I never finished either because I
Oh, but that's so good.
Like
Shipping the game.
I want to,
Oh,
but here's the thing.
God.
I actually stopped. I couldn't finish it because I got really mad at my ships. Because one of my, I didn't. So I got everyone. I was like, "You're perfect with you. You're perfect with you. You're perfect with you." What the fuck do I do with Sumia? This bitch does not want to marry anyone but Crom, and it just like I had to sit there for like a month just trying to think of what to do with her, and then I exploded on myself and I couldn't do it.
Nice. Has there ever been a time when you're playing a game
That's great.
and after you and you get so frustrated at the game and you're like, you know what, I'm done for today, I'll come back tomorrow, and then the next day you come back and then you beat that thing the first time? Because that happens to me so often, and let me tell you, that was literally the definition of my Black Myth Wukong playthrough.
Sometimes, but a lot of the time I'm a very stubborn person, so I will keep going a lot of the time until I finish. But sometimes if I feel like I'm 9 hours into a stream and like I'm at a boss and I've been doing the same boss for like an hour, I'm like, let's come back to this another day, guys. I have more of the game left to play anyways.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that wasn't so hard. Why was I rage quitting?
Sonic Unleashed is getting me to getting me close to rage quitting sometimes.
Well,
this game is awful controls.
well. Which version are you playing?
I'm playing the Xbox version, which is supposedly the best one.
Yeah, I think the Wii one is the worst one.
I'm not doing the worst one. I'm doing the best one, hopefully.
How
I've not played any
hard
of
are the
those, thank
achievements?
God.
The achievements? I don't get achievements for some reason on the the legal way that I'm playing the game.
Shut
Do you
the
guys
fuck
have to
up.
100% stuff? Do you guys play games for the achievements? Is
If it's a
like, in
small
your
game,
noggin?
I will 100% it. If it is a game that I already have
depends.
most of the achievements for, I'll just do it all the way. Or if it's a game
Does
that
it
I
bother
love.
you though if you finish a game and you haven't gotten all
Yes.
the people you go back and play?
Yes.
If there's like one achievement, yes, sometimes it bothers me, but I'll forget about it
Five
eventually.
Nights at Freddy's.
Really?
I literally played it the other day, and weirdly enough, I have a way easier time playing Five Nights at Freddy's on console than I do on PC.
Interesting.
So I beat Five Nights at Freddy's 1 the other day. I got to the last night in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 yesterday. But in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, there's an achievement where it's beat it in 2020 mode, which is like bullshit. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I'm not. There's no fucking way.
So you're just
and-
left with one.
And it's taunting me.
I had that with Meet Yoshi, the Vichiban Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah.
There was what was it? There was like Meet Yoshi mode or something. There was a final
Yeah.
mode that I just couldn't do because I started getting mad at the VTubers based on the game. I was like, I swear to God, I'm gonna strangle you, Shia. What the fuck? I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
God.
I also just don't like Five Nights at Freddy's games most of the time. Like I've never played any of them besides Security Breach, and that one was a buggy mess.
Yeah, I hear it's a lot better now, and Ruin is great, but I don't know what it is. Like I've always been the type of like going back and forth between like trophies and trophies is the on PlayStation.
It's the
And
lesser
then-
version of Achievements, Monarch. If you're
Which-
confused,
Oh God,
it's the
yes,
less
I
cool
was.
one.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of on the same bandwagon now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what my brain triggered, but there was something about getting an achievement like when I was
The pop,
playing,
the gamer score,
dude, well, the
Ugh.
pop used to be better on the 360.
100%.
But I literally was playing just a game. I don't even remember what I think it might have been Space Marine 2 or Borderlands 3 with my cousin. And I was like, oh boy, achievements. And then I was trying to get the platinum trophy on Astrobot, and I got everything in the game, right? Like I got all the 301 bots. I got all the coins, all the gadgets and stuff. And I'm like, I don't care about the other trophies.
yeah.
I'm done. But then with the achievements, I'm like, I can do it. I can do it.
I think there's something about achievements that quantifies it a little bit more fun. Like
Yeah.
gamer score adds so much to trophy hunting and achievement hunting, right? Because you can see the score and you can see the achievements that are worth like way more gamer score than anything else, and it's just like it's more satisfying to go after and seeing that completed list, because now it shows it off to people that you play with, like, oh, this guy's got a lot of gamer score. That means he's a gamer, you know.
And the same can be said for PlayStation, right? I had this conversation with a buddy of mine, and he's like, yeah, with gamer score, you're like, oh, look at the score you got. But with trophies, no one's like, check out all the gold trophies I have. If you don't have a platinum, no one gives a shit.
Oh shit.
So
I've never tried to get the trophies in a game. The only games that I like really tried to collect stuff was like the Pokemon games, where I had to like catch every single.
Well, you don't
Pokemon.
feel the need to 100% stuff, even though you like try to get a perfect playthrough like I do.
No, I never worry about the trophies.
I'm a mix of both of you, huh? Fuck, I'm really fucked up. I try to get perfect playthroughs like Monarch, and I try to 100% shit like Sayu. This is awful. I'm just double fucked.
I love perfect playthroughs because I want the game to end in a way where it lives on that way in my brain forever, and that's how the game, you know, like those characters get a happy ending in my brain, like that. So like Baldur's Gate, I never finished because I don't want it to end in my brain. I want it to be perpetually there. I don't know. It's a very odd.
No, it's fine. I think most people want the best version of that game to be in their memory.
It's fair. It's fair. I would collect all the. Oh, go ahead.
I hate to bring it back. Just a heads up, there's another Mass Effect game, not Andromeda, but another one coming soon.
They're making another Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect 4 specifically.
Oh wow!
So will it connect to the 3?
Allegedly.
Ooh.
What are you excited about? You haven't even played 3 yet.
Because I like it. It's like when you're reading a really good novel and the authors announced like a 5th version. You're like, oh my god, it won't end. When I like what I have isn't all of it. Like there will be more.
Sometimes I think like that. You know, here's the weird thing. Sometimes when a game franchise that you really like gets a sequel, and like in your heart you're like, oh, I'm really excited that it's not over. But then then somewhere
you get Halo Infinite.
Yeah, then you get like Halo 5, Halo Infinite, and then you're like, oh god. Trust me, as a Halo and Borderlands fan, I know what it feels like to be semi-excited that it's continuing and then disappointed horribly after the next sequel comes out.
Or you could be a Psychonauts fan and be ecstatic when the sequel does so good. Oh, hell yeah, brother. We're Psychonauts 3. Double Fine.
Doesn't Psychonauts have some really crazy levels, I've heard?
The cow, the milkman level.
The meat circus is usually
the meat. Oh, the meat circus is what I've heard is crazy.
Yeah, the milkman. So basically, the milkman level is the mind of a conspiracy theorist, and it's all ramble. It's amazing.
It's real. It's real. I believe in it.
But the meat circus is the final level of the game, and in the original PS2 version, it was stupid hard.
Really?
Yeah, and for the PC version, they actually patched it to make it easier.
I'm actually getting into something like that today. So Sonic Unleashed apparently has the worst Sonic level of like all Sonic games, called Eggman Land. And I have to get into that today. So like because I'm finishing my game later. And that apparently is awful. And Sonic Unleashed already has really awful controls. It's one of those games that's so close to being good that it frustrates me. Because Sonic Unleashed could be one of the best Sonic games, but it's so bad in its execution.
Yeah, I get that.
So after you leave today's episode, you might have another game on your list that makes you
I will get another frustration game. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's edging, dude. It's edging to the top of frustration.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Jeez. I love that you guys have like actual complicated games on your list, and my games are like Pokemon level.
No, Pokemon can be really frustrating too.
That's fair.
They get really stupid.
Have you played Legends Arceus?
It's really good.
I gave up on Pokemon games a long time ago when they stopped including every single Pokemon in every single game. Because that was the thing, is I wanted to catch them all every single time. It was like a really
fun.
Little completionist.
A really weird thing. But once, like, you know, Vulpix is like one of my favorite is my favorite Pokemon, Vulpix and Ninetales, and they don't include those Pokemon in the later game. And I went, no Garrus, no me. Like literally, I went, none of my faves, goodbye.
Try having a ghost type, bro. They never add my fucking faves in. Duskull never gets a spotlight.
I'm out of here.
Bro, Hoenn Edge is my new one of my newer favorites.
Interesting.
That's the sword, which is really cool because I usually hate like those inanimate object Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then I read his
Really?
Pokedex entry, and it's this blade was used to stab someone, and the soul of the person it stabbed, it lives within the sword, and that's how Honedge is born.
Dude, the lore for some of these Pokemon, the newer Pokemon, is crazy. It's
Duskull is
wild.
just a little guy. He just looks like an old man. I just like him.
Okay.
He's just a little guy. I mean, he probably has something fucked up about him, but I don't know.
If you want to get frustrated at Pokemon, we could talk more about that Soul Link thing.
Oh my god.
Are you guys doing a Soul Link?
We've talked about it. I think it'd be
be
crazy.
You guys bring
Oh,
pain
I think
upon
it'll
yourself.
end exactly how
Yeah.
we think it'll end.
100%, dude. That's
with us
not.
both quitting.
You're not gonna be happy with that, especially
We
because
just
one
have
of you
to
gets
pick-
extra frustrated, and then the other one is the one for the cause of frustration most of the time.
It'll be fine.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't know that with
Sometimes
any
it's the other way
certainty.
around.
Yeah.
You know, I
Sometimes.
want to say that something that represents you so well, Monarch, is your model right now. You have a knife pointed directly at your hand, and if you moved slightly or got bumped, you would stab yourself. And that represents you as like a person so well.
I think
My
that
own
represents our
worst
Soul
enemy.
Link.
Yeah, that's
Oh, God.
so close
If
to
we did a
stabbing
Soul
yourself.
Link, it would end. We would add it to our list. I think I'd add it right at the bottom here.
Well, the biggest thing was we'd have to pick one, like a Pokemon game that I guess we're somewhat familiar with.
Fair.
Yeah.
It needs to have a Vulpix or a Ninetales so that when they die, a piece of me dies in turn.
Oh,
Really
God.
get attached to the Pokemon. That's why the
Exactly.
naming conventions are there. Like, you're supposed to
I'll
name your
name one
Pokemon.
Joel. If I get a Duskull, I'll make sure to call it
Please,
Joel.
please do.
God.
When it dies, I want you to know that I'm gone. I'm not collabing with you guys anymore.
Oh.
You let that
Do you guys
Pokemon
name your
die, it's just
Pokemon?
gone.
Do you guys name your Pokemon or do you leave it the same?
I name them. I
depends.
try to. I used to never,
Depends.
and now I specifically name them to get me more attached to them because I think it's more fun.
Yeah, me as well. I like naming them after foods.
That's cute.
It's
Because
real-
you're going to cook them.
No, it's really cute. Like having like I don't know, like a Charmander named Fettuccine is just so peak.
Because if he dies, you're going to eat him alive.
I don't think Pokemon would taste good except for like a few exclusions.
Hey, I don't know
they're-
about that, bro. You can make a
No, some
chikorita
Pokemon
salad.
would taste good.
You can
I've
make a-
seen that animation with Chikorita, you sicko.
I know.
You're a sick
Listen,
fuck.
like
You can make a little Squirtle soup.
a tourist burger.
Well, that's just a
Squirtle soup,
cow,
yeah.
dude. That's fine.
There's literally like dessert Pokemon, like the meringue one.
A Blastoise jacuzzi.
What
That-
is a-
that's
what do you
animal
mean a
cruelty.
Blastoise jacuzzi?
Like you take out their shell and turn it into a jacuzzi. That's animal cruelty. That's actually bad.
What do you mean?
Isn't there like literally bread Pokemon? Like, are there literally Pokemon
Yeah,
that
there's
are
a
like
bread
actual
dog.
foods?
There's a bread dog.
There's literally a cake.
Yeah, I know. There's literally cake. There's literally like a
Mhm.
meringue.
That's
character.
all creamy.
Oh my god. We
They're
should
cute.
do a. That's actually a great idea for a
What?
like. Would you eat this Pokemon?
Yes,
Yes to most of them.
all of them.
Not all of them. Some of them.
All
You
of
wouldn't
them.
eat a muck.
Yeah, isn't
Shows what
Slowpoke
you
Tail
know.
like an actual just like an actual
Yes, it
thing
is.
in the game?
They eat
yeah.
slowpoke tails because it's like how
Yeah.
geckos remove their tails. It doesn't hurt them.
Oh my god.
You're sick.
Cloyster? Delicious.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I will say,
that's awful.
eating the humanoid-looking ones might be a little
Would you
weird.
eat Mewtwo? Or would Mewtwo eat you?
Why'd you say it like
No, that's
that?
the difference, like the littler ones.
Some people would love to eat a Lopunny, you know what I mean? Like, some people are freaks.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Hey, remember, hey,
alright.
Monarch, remember that other topic we had for our guest? I didn't know we'd be covering it here.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
What was
I
the
know
other
we'd be
topic
doing
that you guys
Smash
were
Pass
trying to do?
Pokemon.
I think it was like, was it like furries or something? I can't remember.
Oh, dude, Pseudoregalia, look it up.
What?
I found a
What?
video game recently that kind of made me a little bit more sympathetic to furries.
Is that the one Buff has been playing?
I don't know if Buff has been playing. I don't get to see Buff stream because they stream when I'm away, like I'm asleep.
Well, yeah, you sleep till like 5 in the afternoon.
I wake up at like 2 p.m. It's not
He's
as
an old
bad.
man.
It's not as bad.
Old
But
man.
there's
That
a
sounds
game-
like someone in his 20s.
There's a game called Pseudoregalia, and the character is a jackalope, and they look really good. It's like a really
Oh.
well-designed character.
Okay.
And it's a fun game. If you like old school games, I think Sayu would probably like Pseudoregalia. I put it on your list. It's one of the games I put on your lists.
How do you spell it?
There's a TikTok trend going on right now called the Hear Me Out cake, where you just bring characters that you have to. It's like a hear me out on these characters. I feel like you'd bring that character.
I think you should stop using TikTok as much. That's what I think.
As well.
I see you sending me stuff on TikTok at like 4 a.m. sometimes.
Well,
hold on. 4 a.m. your time is like Monarch's 1 a.m.
That's still
exactly.
I don't know, man. I don't know how well that is.
You know what? I won't send you my incredible TikToks anymore.
No, go ahead. You wanted to. Appreciate them. I used to send you so much TikToks. I stopped using it as much. But you
probably
always
the healthiest thing you could do.
I know. And I think you always said you wanted to do like a reaction stream of just the TikToks I send you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
You send me like wild stuff sometimes. So I'd be like, Joel.
I have a silly. I had a silly FYP back when I used it more.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know what my FYP is right now.
I send you stuff based on stuff that you would like. I send you like a Courage the Cowardly Dog meme randomly at 4 a.m.
Dude, Courage the Cowardly Dog scared the hell out of me when I was a kid.
That's why I sent it to you.
You're a bitch.
I know we talked about it during our favorite cartoon episode.
You guys had some good episodes, huh?
We did. I know. Yeah. The gamer one is just very close to our heart, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you guys have a favorite game? Because I know you kind of bounce. I know yours is Psychonauts. I know Monarch. I think you bounce around between games a lot, right?
Around. Yeah.
Coral Island.
Coral Island was her hyperfixation for a while. I don't think it is anymore.
Now it's
I was getting frustrated with Coral Island because of the fishing mechanic, because the game is pretty early access and you have to like catch these fish to like give to the goddess to like unlock later parts of the game. So you have to like select collect and catch certain fish, but some fish require a certain season and a certain weather pattern, and sometimes the game
it's the same in most games, dude.
Yeah, sometimes they just won't, like all the odds just will not have a windy day in the summer, so you just never catch the goddamn big bass or whatever it is. So I was kind of losing my mind for a while. I kept restarting the day just to try to trigger the weather.
Pro fishing collab.
Coral Island is on Xbox. I could get achievements.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. There is a lot to like, because there are a lot of animals.
92 hours.
I think I have like 150 hours in Coral Island.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's like the average gamer.
133 hours completionist.
Wow, that's crazy. I definitely have that.
Well, those games are designed to like, suck the hours out of you.
Yeah,
100%, they're supposed to be there so you can play it for a long time, because that's what a cozy game is for. You don't want to play a cozy game that's only like 3 hours long. You normally play cozy games in your free time.
Maybe I do. Do you ever think about that?
No, because that's not the norm. No, actually, no, that's not actually what I think about.
I mean, I welcome the shorter games. I'm not gonna lie.
I do prefer games that I can complete in one stream. They always make me really happy. I really like when a game is like 4 hours long. It's a nice little stream. You play it. Maybe you fuck up a little bit. Adds to 5 hours, and then you're done. And then it's very clean.
Have you guys ever played Call of the Sea?
I have it. I own that game.
I've heard of it.
It's on my potluck to play. It's one of the puzzle games that I have, I think.
It's actually a really good story. It's just all puzzles, and as I had mentioned,
oh, you know what? I did play it. I played exactly 1 hour of it, and it was really nice. It was really fun.
Oh, it was on my list. Yeah, I remember this game.
There's clips of me screaming through some of the puzzles.
Well, okay, some of those puzzles, at least from the first hour that I played, one of the puzzles was actually awful.
Really? Oh, you think it's which one? Do you remember?
Or should I just do it off stream?
I think you should play it.
I think it's like a 4-hour stream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's good, dude.
I beat it like in 4 or 5 hours, I think.
Then that means I'll beat it in 2.
Probably, honestly. There were literally parts where I was like, I give up. That's it. I'm out of here.
Wow.
Do you remember which part of it was, though, that really pissed you off?
So do you remember there was a puzzle that was like you had to look at logs, or you had to look at like sticks in the ground to find you had to look at sticks in the ground to find symbols to like match it up.
Oh,
it was within the first hour of the game.
Yeah, those ones, and then there's like a rotating wall one that really got me mad. Like with like there's like
It's
a
really
like the
weird.
the
It's really weird.
Constellation one really made me mad.
The Constellation one was also stupid.
Yeah, what?
Have you ever played 12 minutes?
No.
That is it's a very avant-garde ass game.
So fun.
It's
so fun,
it's
but it
very
is
silly.
literally
I'm writing
it's
this down.
puzzles. It's puzzles.
No, no, fuck
But-
no.
but it's cool.
What
It's
about
cool.
what my chat's saying Professor Layton, and I think because I plan on playing Professor Layton. Professor Layton or Phoenix Wright you might enjoy, but they are a lot of talking.
Yeah.
I would play those. I do a thing called Suffer Sunday where I play games that I would not normally play. And I've done like 4 Suffer Sundays as of late. So maybe I'll add 12 days, you said?
Yes, 12 minutes.
Did you rage quit I Am Fish?
I did rage quit I Am Fish. Joel, have you ever played
That
I Am
game's
Fish?
so easy.
I was told to play it. Thank you, Sparkster.
It's so easy.
I was told to play it
This is
because
why I
Zen had
say
a
that-
moment with it where she was just playing with a bunch of different people to speedrun it.
Really?
Yep.
I cannot play that game. Well, I was also playing on
easy.
keyboard and mouse, which I feel like I was also like nerfing myself incredibly.
Sure were.
But it also shows how much of a not gamer I am and how much of a gamer Sayu is. So
Yep.
you should play it, Joel. You should be like the middle between us, the middle vote.
I have been told to play it a couple of different times, so I do own the game.
Yeah, because I hate that game, and Sayu said it was easy, so maybe you'll find it medium. Maybe we're like the bears, the bear family.
It's not that I would find it medium.
Just right.
I probably wouldn't like that game
too cold.
because I don't like games that are very simple and designed to be like the rage game bait. Like I don't like Jump King. I don't like
Did you play Getting Over It?
I don't like Getting
that
Over
game
It.
Sucks.
I think it's really bad because it's really boring. It's just one control.
Well, honestly, Joel, you are right. This is one of those games. I found out while I was playing it. It's by the guy that made I Am Bread.
Yeah, those games are silly. I don't know if I would hate it. I probably wouldn't think it's good.
One of the segments in I Am Fish is you're in the I Am Bread kitchen.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it then.
And-
It's probably just a silly game. Like I wouldn't.
I did like
It's
I Am
goofy.
Bread. Yeah, I Am Bread was cute.
That's old,
Or
dude.
no,
That's
Bread
an
and
old
Fred is what I
collab
played.
game.
Bread and Fred.
That's Let's Play era video game. I remember watching that.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, you can't say that. You'll traumatize him.
You think he heard me?
He hears it every day in his walls.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
voice
And
is
if not,
in his
Chibi
head.
reminds him. Chibi reminds him constantly.
I want to remind him. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Oh,
games
God.
that are just like built to make you rage make me very angry, obviously.
I really
For
hate
reasons.
Among Us. I just remembered that one of the rage games that I had was I hated doing Among Us collabs.
Yeah.
Because it was
because of the
always
gaslighting?
no, it was just always the same thing, and then one person would always take it too seriously, and it's just very unfun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Among Us once. I don't think it was on stream or ever, but I like after like we ended the call, I just like cried
Aw.
because I was so sad and frustrated, and I'm just so bad at those games. I'm so bad at lying like under
Yeah,
pressure.
But you know what a fun one is the Lockdown Protocol one.
Yeah.
That one's like
That
Among
is
Us but fun.
I do enjoy that because it's just
that was
goofy. It's
goofy.
not as
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
I feel like Among Us got into this like you have to be a mastermind. Like if you're not doing like a really crazy like villain play, like you suck. Like it kind of like there was kind of like a cult following for just like mastermind plays.
Well,
like that.
it was during COVID, so like I mean,
Mhm,
And
mhm.
Lockdown Protocol, there's no meetings, and you don't have to
Yeah.
rely on lying as much.
yeah.
Right.
I think with Among Us for me, like I enjoyed it, but it got to the point where like people would just like they wouldn't care about the game. They'd just be like, I'm gonna do this thing for a bit, and I was like, okay. And then the bit lasted way too long, and I was like, bro, you're not even playing the game. You're just taking up space. Like we could have gotten someone else who actually cared.
Gotcha.
But I played Lockdown Protocol like once. I think it was like a week ago,
Mhm,
and I had a lot of fun. It was goofy.
It's good, dude. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I'm apparently decent at the scanner. I can do it by myself.
Oh, I love the beeping noise of the
Yeah.
scanner.
You don't need another person. You can just do it all by yourself.
I couldn't figure out the scanner myself though. That's
I
that's
got
pretty
it.
gamer.
That shit's easy.
Of Among Us? Or
No.
the scanner
Lockdown.
within Lockdown Protocol.
Lockdown.
Oh, I don't think I ever did that one.
It's
That's
the one where you
super
have
fast.
to point and aim at
No,
like
I
dots.
did say I played Lockdown. I said I never did the scanner part of it. I think.
Oh, yeah, it's like an office with like dots on a screen.
Yeah.
You have to like point.
There's
But the
also
thing is-
the Dalen Dawson one.
Oh, that one's
Oh.
stupid. That one's, I will say, that one's a little more confusing. Funny enough.
I do want to play
Um,
that, but I gotta find the right group to put together.
Yeah. That one's a little more confusing, but I think out of the newer ones, Lockdown is probably like simpler.
I hope they add more to Lockdown and do more maps because it's gotten really popular.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope it does, but I also am like, I hope it doesn't turn the path of Among Us where people kind of like metagame it a little too hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I don't think
think
it's set
so.
up for that. Just because there is no meetings and there are no.
Yeah.
It's just more like goofy energy. But I hope they add more items that let
Yeah.
you be goofy. Like,
I
what if they added like a
love
fire
playing
extinguisher so you
Lockdown
could like.
And just looking for a gun immediately. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't matter
That's
if I want to kill
frame
anyone.
one.
Just
Frame
as soon
one.
as I am
love the
able to move,
C4.
where's a gun?
It's for self-defense.
Yeah, it is. And I love that that doesn't ruin it. I mean, you could have everyone in the game looking for a gun as soon as it comes in, and it
yeah.
still doesn't ruin the like experience for you.
I love
Are-
the C4 trigger. You just like click it and you hear a
thank you
car
for the raid,
explosion in the
Aurora.
distance.
I do that
You're like,
all the
"Oh,
time.
someone's having a
Love.
bad day, not me."
I
literally
really
killed
like the
so
C4.
many people like that.
I would love to experience. Okay, again, I've only ever played it once. I want to set up a collab for it in the future. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, I'm down.
I'm also down. But I was gonna ask if there are any games you guys are looking forward to.
I have a
Any
couple.
games.
There,
Yeah?
because I watch a lot of the Game Awards, game showcases, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because I like watching them with friends or watching it with chat. There was one that I always have in the back of my head recently called that, and it was called. It's a little indie game that was called Eldritch Empathy, and it was like an Eldritch horror game, except you're like taking therapy. You're like giving therapy to Eldritch horrors, which was really.
Whoa.
silly.
Kind of cool. That
I know.
sounds right
I
up your
thought it would be.
alley.
I thought it was a really silly idea, and I really was
That
interested by
sounds
it.
Fun.
That
Eldritch
sounds like a
Empathy.
VTuber lore as well. It's kind of funny.
A little bit, right?
Like,
A little bit.
it's
It
so
has the same
interesting, yeah.
vibes.
No, I kind of love that. It's very up your alley too, because you love like the Eldritch horror. and
Yeah, for
monster.
sure.
They're very
Yeah.
cool. And obviously the next Little Nightmares game, because those are one of the only horror games that I really like.
Yeah.
And then there's the other game that
That's
developer's
also
making.
Little
Yeah,
Nightmares
the
coded.
animals are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That one
yeah.
looks really good.
Literally
Yeah.
just Little Nightmares, but not Little Nightmares.
Yeah, for
I
real.
know all the ads are like, this is not another Little Nightmares. Totally different game.
I think most of the games I'm excited for are actually horror games, weirdly enough.
Ooh.
I don't know why. There haven't been any non-horror games that I've been really interested in a while.
Have you? I know you don't vibe with FNAF like that. Have you checked into the pit?
The Ball Pit one, it keeps getting recommended to me, but I haven't checked it. No.
I think you would. I think you would like it. It's it doesn't play like a Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Hey,
It
I'll
plays like
probably try it. I'll try it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Halloween. It's the Spooktober month. It's time to
Honestly,
do it. Not to
the
date your
sound
podcast.
the sound design alone will make it eerie as hell. Like honestly, I think it's probably the scariest one.
I'm down. I'm down to try it. People have recommended stuff like that to me before in
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's also pixel art. It's super cool.
Actually, what I do is I have my mods write down like games that I get excited for when I watch these game shows and stuff. That because I'm not gonna remember all of them because you see them once, every year.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
I go into Steam and I wish list them so that I get an email.
Oh,
and go
I
on
should.
Steam.
I really should because that
Yeah,
also
yeah,
helps
for
the
real.
game.
Yeah, I should do that as
It
well.
does help the game as well, though. But I just like having that list there to be like, what games have I wished? Like, what's on my wish list? Like, just having that digital wish list.
Maybe it'll be
Yeah.
nicer to my
Really
mods because instead of yelling at them to mods, write this down.
I did that.
Fable.
Here.
I'm excited for Fable. We're getting
Whoa.
another Fable game after years, which I'm really excited
Yeah,
for.
whenever
I never played
that'll
Fable.
be.
There's also a new.
silly.
I think so. I know that Fable 3 gets a lot of hate. I actually really enjoyed
liked
3.
it. I
But
like Fable
2 is probably the best one.
I kind of want to
Yes.
play them.
They're very silly and dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. They're very unserious games.
Yeah.
Mm. I do want to get into.
people,
There's
too.
new Dragon Age coming out, and I've been wanting to get into Dragon Age.
Yeah,
So-
that one's a little different. They have a
you guys
complete
both
tonal
went,
shift with
Whoa,
art.
whoa. Here's the thing. You haven't played a Dragon Age game, right?
I haven't. I know it's very Baldur's Gate-ish.
Well, what I'm saying is, since you haven't played a Dragon Age, the new one might actually be a good way to start for you.
Oh,
Because it's like
Because
it's not a reboot, but it's definitely new.
Right. The play style looks more like Mass Effect 1 than anything else.
Oh, interesting.
Which Dragon Age 1 and 2 are not like that. Inquisition was kind of going in that direction, and then this one, Veilguard, is just straight up looking more like Mass Effect than Dragon Age has ever had, and it's
Interesting.
because of that it's become very divisive. But yeah,
That's so
Don't
funny. I'm
get very
talking
mad
as
at
if I
me
know
when
it.
I mention trying to play the new Dragon Age that comes out before playing the old games first.
I think it might be just because of story. Because
They're
I
worried that
think
the new game might be bad, and they want you to experience one of the good games first. I think that's what a fan
Well-
would probably feel like.
Well, hey, I mean, if you play the bad one first and then work your way back to the good ones, like I mean, it's
true,
only
it's
uphill
true.
from there,
I
right?
actually don't mind like hearing things out of order or playing games out of order because it makes
Yeah.
me feel like then I'm going like back in time and like playing like a prequel to those characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mess with my head as much. I actually like being spoiled on certain things, like just
Same.
a little bit of a spoil, just
A
because
little
then
bit.
when I'm
tiny bit.
watching or reading, I want to get to that point, you know? Yeah.
This is how I know you watch TikTok. Like this is how I know you use TikTok.
That's so
Because
fucked.
dude, no.
You're
'cause
such a
I'm the
TikToker,
exact-
you know?
Because
You
I am
damn
the exact.
TikTokers.
I
No,
am
I
the
just like
exact
it.
same way.
For
Because
books, yeah.
literally, I will be watching something on TikTok. I'll see a clip of like a show or a game or something,
Mhm.
and I'll be like, "Whoa, how'd they get there?" And then I'll start watching
exactly. I'm like, what? That's why
Yeah.
I love. I love getting. I read a lot of enemies to lovers, like my favorite trope. But I love getting spoiled of like after they become lovers, like some scene or some moment. Because then like when you're reading the book, you're like, that couldn't possibly be getting there. Like I don't know what. And so I love the journey then to get to that point. I don't know.
it. I mean, for me, recently I watched Transformers 1, right?
Mhm.
And I literally had no intention of watching it until I saw a clip on TikTok. And that clip was like, so the whole point is like the origin, of Transformers in a goofy retelling.
Mhm,
And they, like Optimus isn't Optimus yet. He was known as a different robot code.
Oh, baby
And-
Optimus.
Yeah. And he's like breaking into this place to get some information. And they're like, "You're not supposed to be here." And then
criminal.
it's like, "Guys, we could talk about this." And then they were literally like, he's like, "All right, you guys are asking for it." It's like, "What are you gonna do? You can't even transform." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, watch this." And then he does like the movements, but he does it, and then he just bolts.
That's
Oh.
And I
really
just
silly.
I was like, "That's the funniest shit."
That's
And
the
that is literally-
Jotaro like equivalent, or
Bro.
the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure equivalent of just saying my secret
Yeah.
technique is to run away.
Yeah. And that's literally like within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh damn.
So I was
That's
like,
really
"Okay,
silly.
bet I'm watching this movie."
Yeah. Like I want to get to that point. I feel it.
Do
Yeah.
you guys have games that you know you'd probably love, but you just don't want to play, so you just watch somebody else play it? I've done that before with like Yakuza
Interesting.
and God of War, where I don't want to play
Oh.
the game, but I really want to watch it for the story.
I feel
I
like
mean-
that's how I am with horror games.
You're
Yeah,
really
horror
interested in
games-
watching it, but not playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elden Ring as well. I watched a ton of the boss battles for Elden Ring. 'Cause I
Like
just,
you're
find,
interested
like,
in the story,
animation-
or just the game? Like you want to watch somebody else play it and not play it
I just find
yourself.
the animation really pretty, and I just want to see what it looks like to beat that because I know I'll never get
Yeah.
there. So
That was-
I just want to see what it's like.
That was me with like Five Nights at Freddy's and Evil Within for a while.
Yeah, oh,
I crashed.
like everything crashed.
Well, it would have been
Wait,
called
did
Scum and
your
Stuff.
OBS crash?
VTube Studio crashed.
Oh, okay.
But your OBS is fine.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
I think you might have the same OBS issue that I had.
Chat, are you still here?
Now you're asking
Well,
them.
Welcome to Stuff and Stuff, everybody.
We're also at an hour and a half, so we are here. Literally my computer's going. You're done.
if
That's
it
really funny.
makes you feel better, the new OBS update has been making everyone crash lately. I had five crashes.
Updated OBS in like a year, and I don't plan to.
Dude, I had, I think, 5 to 6 crashes in the last week, and I had a mental breakdown in the Costco parking lot about it. So, probably should get you
Monarch,
to troubleshoot
you're still
that.
live. Your chat just can't see us.
Okay, okay. I can fix that.
Then you're good. You're good. It was just a VTube Studio crash.
Look at this stuff and stuff.
You guys froze. And
I have
was still
one brain
moving.
cell, and Sayu has the other. Welcome
Oh
to
my god, I
Square
think it
Playing
crashed
Pong.
again.
Yeah.
I think it crashed again.
Wow.
Oh no, it was just loading your big ass head in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Oh, wait,
I'm
his.
sorry that your model is 200 megabytes, while this model's like maybe 20. All right.
You guys should also be using
I have
VTube
a
Studio
lot of
without Steam.
assets.
Oh, yeah, I am.
I'm not.
I have a lot
Shut
of
the hell up, Joel.
beautiful jewelry on.
Me giving advice and not taking it myself.
Jesus Christ.
Your 4K model needs to be like squished down, Monarch.
My next model isn't this complicated.
Look at you. Get
I
your,
also just felt
your
bad for my.
tail.
Well, you know, I did have this model. That my Siren model was designed by somebody else, and then when I brought the design to my mama to Lucid, I was like, we can kind of cut back on some of the details, and she went, no. She did them all.
More details.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of detail on you.
Mm-hmm,
I noticed because your
You have a
tail's
lot of
been
detail on you.
smacking me in the face this entire stream.
Oh, you
Wow.
could have asked. I could have gotten rid of it.
I didn't want you to put away your tail, you know?
Bubbles to the seat.
So remember how your VTube Studio just crashed?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
really pushing your luck.
Get hacked, VTube Studio.
You're not helping yourself.
That's so funny.
Get hacked. All the things.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you did say, I think we did reach our 2-hour mark. Well, I'm at 2
we
hours
did
now.
talk about a ton of games that made us rage bait.
Games
yeah.
in general, really.
Yeah.
Games are made to challenge you in different aspects, and all people have different strengths and weaknesses. So what might be fun for one person can be struggling for another person.
Play Cuphead.
Games are art to me. A game is whatever somebody sets out to make it to be. You can make out trash, and then it becomes trash, and that's what you wanted.
Yeah, The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I guess.
Did you ever beat that?
No, I never finished it. It made me
Honestly.
sad. and
That's another game that I
honestly-
don't want to play, but I like watching.
Honestly, you're better off.
I play games to escape my real life problems, not to then feel more sad.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was good. I just mentally am not there.
Oh, I 1000% get that.
No, I check out sometimes during games.
Yeah.
I
Why are you playing it?
Well,
I have watched. So actually, Joel, you did ask any games that you don't want to play. I have watched videos of the ending of Last of Us because I wanted to know what happened. So I do know scenes and things that happen at the end of the game because I was like, I'm not gonna.
well, I
watch
grew
that.
up watching Let's Plays. That's probably why I do that sometimes.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's fair. That's fair.
Traumatizing.
Well, I'm looking forward to Dragon Ball and Shadow.
Sparkling Zero, yep, and Shadow
of
and
course,
Sonic
the new Shadow
Generations.
game, yeah.
Maria,
so unlike you,
it's,
Caillou.
it's so good. Maria, I committed genocide for you.
Oh my.
That's not what I wanted, Shadow.
That's exactly what you wanted. You said it on the arc.
Well,
No, I
thank
said
you
thank
so
you.
much for today's episode and for joining
Yay!
us. Joel.
Of course.
Where can the viewers find you?
I'm Porcelain Made on everything. And I'm doing a lot of cool stuff lately. Hopefully I can bring these two on. I'm actually setting up a game show for improv. And I'd love to have you guys on in the future.
We'll see about that.
But yeah,
Incredible.
no, thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah.
You know, we've been friends for I think 2-3 years now, probably 2 years.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Over,
I
yeah.
feel like I never get a chance to actually talk to you guys one-on-one. I mean, I have you on my one-on-one streams sometimes, but like we don't get to hang out as much because you guys are super busy off stream. So this was nice. It's nice to just yap with both of you.
Yeah.
Yum, yum,
Thanks
yum,
for
yum.
yapping with us.
course.
Yeah.
All right, we'll sign off. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you on the next one where we talk about things.
Smash or pass Pokemon again.
Where we talk about blank, and it's gonna cut right
where
there.
we talk about.
I'm so sorry, YouTube. It's just how he is.
Yeah.
Oh, can't take you anywhere.
Nope.
Especially when he's this small. You gotta carry him. His stubby legs can't fucking walk fast enough.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
What do you think? I'm a corgi?
If you drank your milk, maybe you'd be able to run faster.
I literally have milk every day.
Oh,
and orange juice.
You must be this tall to ride this ride.
Yeah.
And fuck you guys.
Walking around with a bobblehead.
Right now, you're like, we're sitting down, and I have you standing on your chair.
Oh, dude.
I was so tempted to get a stool PNG for him.
Well, just be glad I'm standing and not sitting.
Oh my god, get back here.
Oh god.
He's like off screen now.
See? You're welcome.
This little guy. He looks like look like a mini you know those mini versions of the Teen Titans from that one episode where there was like a smaller Robin?
Yeah, not Teen Titans Go, but like I get you. Yeah,
you look like that.
Oh, here I'm gonna add something into.
So apparently one of my mods, Simba, just told me that Halo Infinite is getting a third-person mode.
That's weird.
That is weird.
That's really weird.
I mean, I'm down to try, but that's weird.
Instead of playing Halo Infinite, go play Halo Reach or Halo Wars.
Or Halo 3 ODST.
Or Halo 3 ODST. Enjoy those.
Yeah.
Better games out there.
Yeah. I'm excited for the new Gears game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Gears of War. They're coming out with a prequel to the very first one.
They announced that a while ago. I forgot that was a thing that's in production.
I guess it is a while ago, huh?
Dude, that was like last year.
It was Xbox showcase. Yeah.
Do you guys have my stream open?
No. Why?
Nothing.
Well, now you can't say nothing. Now I'm gonna go open it.
I put a little. You must be this tall to ride this ride behind you.
Oh, you're out. This is so cute. I love your little chairs.
Thanks.
What does Sayu have set up?
You must be this tall to ride.
Sayu, what the fuck is this? Did you make this yourself?
Yeah, it's the Scuff and Stuff podcast. It's the set.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's meant to be shitty.
The difference between you and Monarchs is insane.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny.
Wait, I looked up like signs, and there's one that's like, you're too tall to ride this ride. Chat,
for you guys watching me, Monarch has a very beautiful setup, and then Sayu's like scribbled with crayon.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic. It looks like those cafes that are like meant to be like drawings. You know, they look like they're 2D.
I've never been to one of those.
That's what I went for.
And not a children's scuff drawing. Not at all.
Do you know what the plant above Monarch is?
I do not. Plant? Is there a plant above her?
Oh, on your stream?
Yeah, on my stream. I mean, you know, don't tell Joel.
Let me look again. Let me take another peek. I do not know what that is.
It's a bracken.
Okay. All right.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
You did? Aw, dude.
It's a bracket.
That's pretty great.
Sayu, why is your microphone a
toy? Yeah, I thought it'd be funny.
Okay.
I think it matches the color scheme.
Yeah, you have a little lav mic.
I
like
do.
It.
Well, you're welcome.
You gotta put like a snowball in here next time.
Oh,
the God. Fucking Yeti snowball.
Yeti, the horrible snowball.
I refuse. That'll be the guest mic.
It was everyone's first mic. Okay, well, if it's gonna be the guest mic, I'm gonna start talking like this instead.
Oh my God.
No, my first mic was a Rock Band mic.
Mine was the snowball, and then I moved up to the other one. What was the other one after snowball?
Quote unquote, the Blue Yeti.
Yeah, I went from snowball to Blue Yeti, and then I got it in AT 2020, and then I got my Shude SM7B.
No, we're literally the same. That's literally what I did.
Same path. Snowball, Yeti.
Same path.
AT 2020, and then SM7B.
I had that for like 8 years. That shit was indestructible.
I went from a Rock Band mic to the Snowball, then the Yeti. Then there was one called the Shure PG42 USB. Which at the time folks were like, oh, this is the closest you'll get to a condenser mic that's a USB mic.
And we all use condenser mics now, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
I use a Mic Parts S87.
We have the same mic right now, Monarch?
SM7B?
Yeah.
Are we the same person, Joel?
We might be. We might be the same. We went down the same timeline.
What little amp did you have with your AT2020?
I think
right solo.
Oh God, I actually never paid attention to it. I think I bought just some random amp.
Mine was a Focusrite, Sayu. How did you know that?
Because that's usually the one that every goddamn voice actor would recommend.
Listen, when one person recommends something,
it's cheap and it's running on USB, and eventually they updated it so the Focusrite Solo 3rd generation had a USB-C, so you didn't have to worry about it fucking breaking.
If only there was a, you know, I'm just happy that GoXLR is making a comeback.
Are they? Isn't the company gone?
They were gone, and I was just told recently by one of my mods that they're making a second one. They got picked up.
Huh?
Yep. So we're getting another GoXLR. Thank God.
Please have a white edition. I want everything to be white in my office.
What? No, dude. You can see all. Then if it gets dirty, you'll be able. You'll see it.
I live clean. I want everything white. I clean it.
Apparently, GoXLR laid off their whole staff.
Yes, they did. That
Say
did
you
happen.
live in a dust bowl, Joel. Just admit it.
They did.
They have a mic?
I do have a lot of dust in my house.
GoXLR has their own microphone?
Well, I'm not gonna get that. I don't need whatever the fuck that is.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. They're gonna have another GoXLR, like the GoXLR 2.
The
That's
GoXLR
silly.
Pro.
That's silly.
That is silly.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me on. This was really fun.
And you guys, you're gonna go play Sonic, right?
I'm gonna go to hopefully finish Sonic Unleashed so I can move on to a different Sonic game because I'm right at the end.
So much fun.
We'll see, dude. I'm gonna order chili dogs. I'm gonna see if I can beat the game and eat some chili dogs and just have a good rest of the night.
Yeah, have a good stream. Yeah.
Look at Discord.
You're showing the GoXLR mic?
No.
What is this?
What is this?
Yeah, I know. I have this actually in my throne, the white one.
Oh, that's what it's a white GoXLR.
No, I know, but I was just saying if they're coming out with a new, like a new one, then I don't want
to. That looks atrocious, dude. I do not want that.
I want that so badly. I want that. I kind of want the smaller one because I don't even use the effects, so I might just get the small one.
I use the effects.
I do too.
How else will I sound like, you know, a fucking droid from Star Wars?
How else will people be like,
oh my God, he sounds like Alistair. What is this guy doing? This guy's such a noob.
Do you guys open your? So mine doesn't work unless I have the app open.
Yeah, you have to have the app open.
Oh, see, I don't open it every stream. I should.
It automatically opens.
Yeah.
Mine does not. Mine's closed.
Oh, brother.
That explains a lot of audio issues that you have sometimes. This thing is very, very finicky, okay?
Oh, I know. If you simply talk about the chords,
if I hit the table too hard, everything disconnects.
Mine as well. If I sneeze a little bit too loudly.
Bless you.
Feel it. Have a good stream though.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Bye. Have a good one.
This is really fun. I hope you guys enjoy. I think you're playing Killing It With Fire, right?
Yeah. We're gonna
sad game. I'm a big Spider fan. It's a sad game for me.
Well, they might end up winning. We'll find out.
I would love for if you guys were just to lose that game. Holy shit!
What the fuck?
That'd be so funny. You lost to the spiders with flamethrowers.
It can happen.
I don't know. A final boss spider might kill us. Might clap our booty cheeks. Who knows?
Well, hey, thank you guys for the podcasts. It was really fun to be on. Feel free to have me on anytime. It's always nice to get to hang out with two of my best buds.
Yay, first guest.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye,
bye. Joel.
How do I leave? How do I leave the collab?
Do I get the fuck out of here?
Just walk out of here.
But then I'm still streaming, so I have to get you guys off my screen too.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I can't make you leave.
I made him leave.
Just the feet.
I disappeared.
Okay.
I made him leave.
There. Bye, guys.
God, what a fucking weirdo.
Okay, well, I didn't leave yet.
Hey, buddy.
That's cool.
He's still
Hey.
here.
You know what? I'm going to talk about you guys in therapy. All right. Hi, chat. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm back. How was the podcast? Did you guys enjoy? That turned out to be 2 hours long instead of 1 hour, but it was still fun just to yap with everybody. I'm back. I can read what you guys are saying now. I'm actually paying attention to the messages in chat now. I also need to switch to 3D instead of 2D. So let me transform real quick. And boop. I'm done yapping about video games. No more. Not again. Not for me. Where's my 3D body? Yeah, I know. We did talk about Transformers a little bit. That was fun, dude. It was nice to be able to talk to them. I think I've told you guys this before. I don't get to talk to them that much in in a relaxed setting and not playing video games. I mean, I get to talk to each separate one of them, but doing both, it's not something that happens a lot of the time. So it's really nice to get to yap with everybody.